there's a whole bunch of different ways people can create content and obviously support, and there's other people that do similar sort of things. But what makes what you do different? How do you work differently with your client base?
If you're tired of the old cookie cutter marketing advice and want to take your personal brand to the next level with bold, actionable strategies that truly reflect you, you're in the right place. Let's untangle your marketing mayhem with Zoe, the video confidence coach, on the Unboring Your Brand podcast. Unboring Your Brand was recorded on Wadawurrung land. Today, I have a treat for you. I was recently on the Beyond Growth podcast with Reyan Fernando, and we're able to have a teaser. So you're not able to have the full episode here because that's not the agreement that we have. You need to go over and listen and watch the podcast on their stuff. But I wanted to be able to give a quick teaser, or maybe a few snippets depending on what I end up thinking is the most juicy, to put here for you. And I think you'll really enjoy the podcast beyond my episode, though I do think my episode's quite good.
I do struggle with in front of a camera talking to it. I feel like I lack the confidence to do that, and just not make it sound salesy. I reckon that's the bit that.
Has your experience been when you have to be in front of a camera and you have to look down that lens that you have to be salesy because that's the positions that you've been in the past?
I think it's yes.
Yeah.
So, and I find that I sort of almost go into like when I'm looking to it, I think it's more I need to prepare to speak what I need to speak. What do I deliver is probably the piece there. Like, what do I actually say in front of the camera? Because usually it's a bunch of scripted stuff that I'm going to talk about this topic, this topic, this topic.
Do you find that, do you feel more comfortable when you write out a word for word script?
No.
Or are you someone very much like myself who does like dot points areas? Because we know our stuff. We already know our stuff. Like, I know for a fact that when I go off the cuff, because I have enough practice now, I can be relatively succinct. I still go, I still stumble sometimes, but that's human. That's okay. And when speaking to a camera, it may be a case that, like in the past, you've just been doing it for sales reasons, or maybe you've been doing it for a webcam, or like you've been doing it because someone else has told you to do it. But when you are doing this of your own volition, of your own business, of your own personal brand, being able to practice and just look at that camera lens and see not just a human eye, because I went through an imagination exercise with a client once and I scared the hell out of them because they were like, whoa, it's just an eye. I'm like, oh, okay, no. Imagine a face and the eye just happens to be there. When you imagine that you are speaking to someone, your body will change and you will relax. Like in a situation like we are now, where we're talking and for example, I'm referring to the third person in the conversation and I look directly at them, I acknowledge them, and then I get back to the conversation that we're having here, because I'm imagining right now that my customer avatar, one of my customer avatars, let's say Melissa, I imagine her right there, she's smiling, she's being quiet, she's enjoying the conversation, she's not butting in, hi Melissa, and that is coming out in my body and my expression, and I'm able to breathe and relax. But for example, in your experience, I imagine you've been when communicating directly to a camera, you kind of got to do it. You got to do it in a time crunch, I imagine, or you got to be like, I got to get these exact words out because if I don't, there's going to be consequences. And if you're able to take your time, because video editing exists.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've done plenty of editing.
It's the best
for this podcast. Like, the editing exists, and if you don't like the first take, awesome, take another one. More than 2 takes of something that you already know or you're already comfortable with, unless you are like a film director who's like, I need to get the most out of my actors, you don't have time for that. You don't have energy for that. And if it, for example, by the end of the second take, if you are feeling like, you're either going to feel one of 2 ways. You're going to be like, yep, that was okay, let's ship it, or I'm too tired, let's just ship it, I'm okay with if it doesn't come out perfect.
Yeah.
And that second one, I think, is honestly a good place to feel and a good place to be. Like, I'm tired, I've done the job, I'm happy with how it goes, I'm going to ship it. I'm going to post it, I'm going to upload it. Even though it may not be perfect, I'm just happy to just get it out there and get it done. And yes, that may mean that, oh no, the video put out there that was like 30 seconds long was not perfect. Awesome. you're going to have to do it again. And I don't mean or film it again. I mean, you're going to be posting the same message multiple times, because the people who see it once aren't going to remember, and the people who haven't seen it, they're not going to know your message. So you're going to have to repeat that again and again and again in different ways, in different formats, maybe in a podcast, or maybe on a stage, or maybe just in a video that you're recording for a specific audience that you later repurpose into other pieces of content. You're going to be repeating yourself a lot. And I know that especially a lot of my clients don't like that. They're going to have to repeat themselves. But that's what marketing is. You're getting your message out there again and again and again, and you're going to have to repeat yourself again and again and again.
No more for you. You have to jump over to Reyan Fernando's Beyond the Growth podcast using the link in the description below. You can just click that, follow that, and listen to the episode. And while you're there, maybe listen to a few more that catch your fancy. It was really a pleasure to work with you, Reyan, and I look forward to seeing what more stuff we can do together, because we are in the Geelong area and on Wadawurrung land, and we see each other a lot, so we'll definitely make it happen. Thank you for listening or watching Unboring Your Brand. You can find detailed show notes with tools, offers, and episode transcriptions. Just click the first link in the description or go to vcc.training/podcast. Get involved and ask me anything about personal branding, video strategy, or just a friendly small business chat via my email, g'day@vcc.training. That is gday@vcc.training. The Video Confidence Coach would like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the Wadawurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of the land on which I record my podcast. I pay my respects to their elders past and present. I stand with the traditional custodians of these lands in working towards a more equal future. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Look forward to me chatting at you next week, superstars.